Hello everyone and welcome to the 7th Let's Play on this channel. Let's play Pokemon OmegaRuby. I'm pretty sure this was obvious to a lot of people. Maybe not which version specifically, but I'm pretty sure it was kind of obvious. Anyways, let's get into this, because obviously we don't want to drag this out any longer than people really want to. We have a lot of early game stuff that we want to get through, and you know. So this doesn't look like OmegaRuby now, does it? Well, they kind of went with a very amazing way of introducing this game, and that was basically starting the game off as the actual Ruby Sapphire and then transitioning it into a lot more. Honestly, I never expected something like this. This was pretty big. I don't know if this has ever been seen before particularly, but for me, I hadn't seen this before, and honestly, hearing the original music and then it just transitioning into something much bigger, a lot more beautiful to the ears, even more beautiful than the original, of course, etc. This was absolutely amazing. So I don't know about you, but I'm very stoked, very excited to be doing this game, and I guess I can kind of mention this now before we get any further. I will be playing as the female. I will be playing her with a name that I actually would like to use if I ever should have a daughter, of course, but that may obviously never happen. But and whatever, then no one cares about that. Another thing that I feel like mentioning is that I don't know, like, if the sound seems off to people. I believe I need like a specific cord to kind of filter out some of like the noise that you might hear, like the cracking or something. I'm trying to fix that. I don't think there's much I can really do in regards to the software that I currently have. I do believe that the cord I need is like $30-something, and I don't have the money for it at the moment. So yeah, my friend literally helped me get the digital version of OmegaRuby on my capture card, so that way I could do this as early into the release as possible. I did kind of record this like 2 hours ago, believe it or not. My headset died, and then I have to, well, I'm basically re-recording my commentary because Camtasia decided to be a prick and decided, oh hey, we'll only record 5 seconds worth of commentary rather than, you know, the full roughly 20 minutes worth, because, you know, why the hell not? So obviously when we finally get out of the back of the truck, you know, because I don't know what we did to deserve to be put in there, but I mean, okay. So we finally get out of the truck and we get to go and see our new house, and I must say this is a huge upgrade from what we had in Generation 3. Of course, you know, the Machokes are kind of sitting here apparently talking to us. I don't know, whatever. It looks like it's getting in our face, and I don't know how I feel about that, but okay. Anyways, she mentions the clock and obviously says that we have to kind of go and change it. And technically we don't really change it. When you interact with it, I guess is the best way to kind of, you know, put that. It will basically it'll pan out into like a black screen, and it'll take note of your DS's time and then apply that to the clock. So as you'll see, it pans out into like a, you know, a black screen, and you hear yourself, you know, adjusting your clock, and then it kind of says, okay, you know, whatever. By the way, it wasn't actually 16 hours and 55 minutes. The person I got the capture card from, I don't know what they did specifically in regards to the time. Maybe there was like something in X and Y or something that they wanted to do. Maybe they wanted to, I don't know, get the Mega Stones or something at night. And I don't know, maybe that's what was going on. I don't know. But it actually never occurred to me that their time was like really like weird, but whatever, I suppose. Something else I want to kind of mention, I'm not sure if this is like, if the overlay is okay. I'd like to actually hear some input on that. If you guys, you know, think that I need to change it up or something, feel free to let me know. I'm probably going to change it up here and there over time. Obviously in the early parts of the Let's Play, not the later part. Same applies to the thumbnail. I'm not entirely sure, like, like I said, I was trying to get like White 2 done as fast as possible because of the release of OmegaRuby and AlphaSapphire. I wanted to bring this to you guys literally day of release, and the sick days that I ended up having to taking, my cat dying and stuff like that, the time that I ended up spending away from my White 2 Let's Play kind of got me very close to the deadline for OmegaRuby and AlphaSapphire, like literally last second, and I really don't want that to happen again. So even if I'm sick, I'm probably going to get up and, you know, try and do my best to bring as professional of a Let's Play video for people as I can. So I'm going to mention a few things. Obviously, some of this has already been spoiled for me, even though I really didn't want it to be. So I want to kind of cover a few things, and for the most part, like I said in like the end of my last Let's Play, this game I haven't ever played before for obvious reasons, and so obviously this will be something new for me as well as for everyone else. And so first things first, the shiny Beldum is currently live. You can get that as soon as I think you're able to like trade in game or something, which I think is sometime after you get your Pokédex. I'm not entirely sure when exactly, but yeah. And I forgot to save here, so when it comes to soft resetting for a good nature, I actually had to recreate my character again. So the only things that are going to be different whenever I soft reset for nature would be my TID, my trainer ID, and you know, like the nature of the Pokemon. And I guess if you really want to go deep into details, the IVs I guess will be kind of different. Not that I care. I mean, if I get potentially good IVs and something, great, but if not, I mean, whatever. So yeah, I mean, killing a Poochyena in 2 shots, I don't know if it has good special attack or not, because I mean, Water Gun being special attack and all. That's another thing I wanted to actually kind of mention. This was kind of brought to my attention, even though I kind of wanted to be surprised by some of the things here. Water Gun is a move that originally, before OmegaRuby and AlphaSapphire, was a move that Mudkip can only learn around level 10. It's now a move that it has by default around level 5. So this kind of brings up the question, you know, like, okay, there's that, so Treecko and Torchic, and as it turns out, they do have newer moves at an early level. I believe that Torchic has access to Ember at level 4, apparently, something like that, and Treecko has access to Absorb. So, I mean, Absorb really early on is really nice. You have a good stab move. If you have a good nature to go with it, it's pretty sweet. Timid is actually not bad on a Mudkip, but it's not what I'm going for. I actually need a physical set, just because of how I've kind of planned this thing out. But, I mean, it doesn't have to be. I mean, getting that stab surf is always nice, but if I'm not mistaken, the Mega for you know, for Swampert is more physical than special, so I mean, just kind of add him to that in case I decide to use that as my Mega. I don't know exactly who I'm going to use as my Mega yet, but we'll have to see. So, I mean, all I know right now is that I have the team planned out for the most part. Team's kind of subject to change. Like, I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, having the timid nature is actually pretty useful on Mudkip, at least early game, but like late game it can be kind of irrelevant. If your levels are very close to your opponent's levels or whatever, they might start out speeding you. I don't know. That was a lot of 12s, by the way. There was at least 3 12s there. I could be wrong, it could be 4, I don't know. A lot of NPCs that we have to talk to. Is part of the reason why this episode is as long as it is. Not to mention we keep running into Pokemon. But I mean, free experience, I suppose. And it's not exactly like I have repels right now, anyways. Try to be very quiet about that. That was a yawn. it's kind of 5 o'clock in the morning that I'm trying to record this commentary. So you guys get to enjoy me being very tired. I'm like, the only thing that's kind of helped keep me awake is actually the excitement of OmegaRuby and AlphaSapphire. Believe it or not, I will be also getting AlphaSapphire. I don't know if I've already mentioned that or not. I might have and just completely forgot about it because, again, sleep. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm running on. I'm normally asleep by now, so I mean, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. My sleep schedule is completely screwed again, so I'll have to work on that over the weekend, of course. I mean, I'll have perfect motivation in the form of AlphaSapphire, because AlphaSapphire is going to be my personal game, whereas OmegaRuby will be strictly for this channel. It will literally be used primarily to bring you guys a Let's Play for you all to watch, enjoy, or, you know, whatever you watch my Let's Plays for, whether it be for information or what. And at least this way people can kind of find things that other people might overlook because they blow through the game in like a day. I mean, anyone that watches Worcester over on Twitch, he apparently beat OmegaRuby and AlphaSapphire in like 4 hours. I don't know what the current quote-unquote record is for the game, but I mean, watching big name people like that just blow through the game or just play through it casually, you're not going to be able to find some of the possibly like important items that are just lying around. And as a result, like, you are left with people like me who are completely unknown, basically, and obviously not as important as other people because, you know, bigger fan base. But I mean, there are people like that, and there are like just the major Let's Players like Chuggaconroy or whatever, who can be very thorough about their Let's Plays, and as a result, you know, people tend to, you know, herd or whatever the phrase is, they tend to flock towards them. Just use the word flock, why the hell not? So I mean, that's what people tend to do anyways, and I'm not sure if I really want to talk to the NPCs in the houses yet. We could probably do that on the way out, because obviously we have to go and meet Brendan up on Route 102 or 101. Okay, 103. That's one thing I don't really like about Generation 3 is that they don't like have the Route 1, Route 2. It's got to be 101, 102, 103, etc. By the way, anyone who obviously remembers Generation 3, we're about to be battling Brendan, and this music's actually pretty hype. It was actually a lot better than it's more than what I expected. This game, for what little I've actually played, has surpassed everything I've expected from it. Except for that, there's one thing they could have done a little bit better there. They could have made his teeth sparkle, because they showed his teeth like they were just in your face, like, oh hey, I have these teeth, look at these. I don't know, you tell me, do you think his teeth should have sparkled? Because I feel like they should have. It's just a big smile. And like I said before, obviously because Mudkip has Water Gun at a really early level, Treecko has Absorb, and Torchic has Ember, yet it's not using it, so I'm assuming that it's in its coding to not actually use Absorb, because this is kind of like, oh hey, this is how trainer battles work, you know, etc. Loser pays out, stuff like that. Usually you're going to win it anyways, because again, the AI tries to set it up so that way you can actually win the battle and get a little bit of money to play with, you know, maybe buy a Pokeball or two, you know, stuff like that. Because obviously you see we get, you know, 200 Poké-Dollars for it, and yeah. And then he gives us a free heal, which is good. I'm losing my voice, by the way, it's great. I'm hoping that I don't have to record this again. I'm hoping that Camtasia is actually kind to me. I also kind of find it weird how he jumps. I don't know why. Maybe it makes me feel a little uncomfortable just the way he jumps. I don't know. A little weird that he jumps like that, but whatever. I also kind of like that. It's barely noticeable, but like if they're walking away and they start to do so after you like click them, they tend to actually still turn around and talk to you. So I mean, it's kind of cool. I actually hadn't clicked there whenever she walked away. That's why I had to actually walk up to her. But like the one that you saw before, she was trying to walk away, and instead I ended up catching her, and she ended up talking to me. So see how he walked away, and yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I'm not gonna really talk to the guy at the counter because, yeah, I mean, we can't get Pokeballs at the moment, so there's really not much point. I mean, we know that you can get potions there and stuff like that, but you can't really get Pokeballs, which is the main thing that you would really want to buy there, so. I'm sure you kind of heard that, yeah, that was me yawning again. I really don't like that. I really don't like me doing that, of course, but not much that I can really do at the moment because of, you know, the time. It's literally 5:30 in the morning now. But yeah. I mean, the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to be obviously playing alongside of everyone with this, and despite the fact that I'm going to be playing my own personal thing with obviously AlphaSapphire, I'm basically going to share the experience with everyone. I'm still going to be caught off guard by a lot of the things that I see, a lot of the things, you know, and I'm going to share those. It's basically one of those things where I'm going to share those moments with everyone type of deal. Because we're all basically going to be playing this for the first time together, and it's going to be great. That's just the way that I see it. Another thing that I really like that they did here, she kind of walks off, and normally, like, that's just it, but you see a little bit of a gesture there. It's as if she's talking, but you don't hear what she's saying. And I kind of can't help but say that she's telling her kid that she loves her, or, you know, something like that. Which is something you never really see in a game. So, I mean, I honestly think that that's pretty cool. Anyways, what we got was I guess this is what's called the PokeNav Plus. I don't know. All I know is that what he's given us is a little bit of like a radar thing. No, it's not the fucking Poke Radar, but it's actually kind of as good. It doesn't like increase your odds of getting a shiny, but he's gonna kind of help us understand exactly what it does. Now, as I'm sure a lot of people who played the demo already know, Pokemon can kind of stick out of the grass like this, and to get to them and actually encounter them, you can not crouch, but you can tiptoe, as you can see them doing there, and you can sneak up on it, as they call it. It's called sneaking, and if you manage to sneak up to it and walk into it, you'll basically startle it out of the grass and encounter it. The Pokemon that you find here can have their hidden abilities, and they can also have potentially rare moves. In this Poochyena case, it actually does have a rare move in the form of Fire Fang. So, I mean, that's pretty cool that it has that. I don't know if it can get I don't know if they can get multiple special moves, but I do know you can get like one, maybe two if you can get multiples. I doubt that you'd be able to get more than that. I think it's probably just going to be one, but still, either way, hidden abilities and stuff like that, that's pretty legit. There might be a couple of the Pokemon on my planned team that I wouldn't mind getting with their hidden abilities, or maybe with these rare moves, but I'm not going to get my hopes up for something like that. We're already going for a ridiculous Pokemon in the upcoming route, so yeah, we should have at least 2 team members in the next episode. And speaking of the next episode, we're pretty much going to be like way into this if we don't like end this now. So in the next episode, we're going to be going on to Route 102, hopefully getting a couple new team members, and hopefully progressing even more through the story. So be sure to stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. And until next time, this is the PokeGamer signing out.